Yeah, the top 2 stupidest things that I've ever done. I got married when I was 20 years old, and I got divorced when I was 20 years old, and that was pretty dumb. And possibly I went out to a party in London with a stolen credit card when I was about 21, and the next morning I woke up in a prison cell in Canada, having carried drugs into the country, and even by my standards I could see that was a fucking stupid thing to do.
I like to call it the bangarang. It's like sort of Skinhead meets Skrillex meets like David Guetta meets like Steve Angelo meets like Carl Cox meets like Drum Sound and Bassline Smith, like meets like DJ Hype. So I'm kind of like, it's like an accumulation of like everyone who's like big at dance music, and I'm thinking if I can have like the right haircut, I'll be big at dance music.
In the band, I have to say it's Tom. Tom gets the most chicks. He doesn't get many girls, but he gets a lot of chicks. It must be the hair.
Most embarrassing band that I listen to is probably Bass Hunter, or the Rednecks with Cotton Eye Joe. Quite partial to a bit of Boyzone, love Westlife, got Hard On for Blue, and I ain't got no time for Atomic Kitten. I think Kerry Katona's a fucking waste.
So on £1 coins we've got the Queen.
Tony Blair on the £5 note.
On a £5 note there's the Queen.
David Cameron on the £10 note.
£10 notes there's also the Queen.
You've got Margaret Thatcher on the £20 note, leave it.
£20 notes, that's the Queen.
Boris Johnson on the £85 note.
£30 notes is like Prince Philip, and then £50 notes is also the Queen.
Probably any song of the Top Gun soundtrack for my death, and to be honest, there's only 2 ways that I really see myself going, which is getting caught in the gears of a combine harvester or a parachute not opening. The stupidest thing I've ever heard anyone say, why does man with itchy bum wake up with smelly finger? Why do you even need to say it? Self-explanatory.
Right, unwritten rules of touring. I don't think that there's like specific unwritten rules of touring. Like everybody seems to kind of have their own. And like the ANiMAL one is pretty much that like nobody gets paid. It's kind of like work experience, and like our head of the year told us that we get like better GCSE grades if like, you know, we do enough hours of touring. So hopefully we'll get to do more, but we'll see.
I don't have a name for my musical instruments because I don't own any, but I will say this. I used to play the guitar and now I play the laptop. My laptop is also my best friend and pretty much the only person who keeps me sane, and my laptop's my only reason for living. From my fingertips on my laptop I can control whole orchestras, choirs and pretty much anything else. And I can be a troll on Twitter.
I would go back in time, probably a couple of years, and go to the place where the band Fun started and just destroy them all.
Going apeshit is a primitive and unevolved form of scat fetish. So at its most base and trivial, you might masturbate in your own feces. If you're sophisticated, then you'll get a French lady to shit in your mouth, and if you're going apeshit, it just means that you're quite honestly prepared to not put on a rubber glove, pull the feces out of a monkey or similar's arse, and just rub it around.
Right. I don't know!
That's a question that's contrived so heavily into...
Bless you.
Carry on.
Man behind the lens is the crazy one. Wait, listen. So, can you read the question again?
Okay, I've got a beard full of snot.
You got a beard full of snot?
A beard full of snot.